Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Fiers, Femme. I'm wondering if I should put in my headphones because I don't feel like yelling right now. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about, first of all, how have y'all been doing? I had, let's see, what is today? It's almost the end of July. Well, June. I don't know why I keep saying July. It's almost the end of June. And my June has been pretty good. Can't complain. Learned a lot, did a lot of reflecting, a lot of isolation in the month of June. Isolation brings me a lot of answers from time to time. And as you guys know, if you're following me already, I'm very much like an introvert. I like being by myself. I pop out every once in a while, but majority of the time I'm by myself, chilling and getting to know myself, who I am, and just that's how I compute things. But anyway, June has been good to me. Can't really complain about that, you know. My neck is coming along fine. The heat has made my arm break out just a tad bit where it was healing. I now have like a rash, but it's drying out, so you know I can't really do anything about it. Just let it do its thing. And today I really just wanted to talk about being you, no matter what people think you should be doing or what views they have for your life. This was brought up because I know sometimes people have their opinions on what you should be wearing, how you should be doing your hair, and I've been seeing a lot of stuff on TikTok, you know, with older women. Like, I don't like saying older women, I like to say wise women, you know what I'm saying, like around my age, 40, 50, 60s, and they're like not complaining, but they're responding to like some younger girls that feel like women my age are trying to compete with them or whatever. But I would just like to say, life is not about competition. If anything, I compete with myself, and I suggest that for everybody else. Like, always try to like one-up yourself and see how you could be better from season to season. I don't really see anybody as competition, to be honest, and I feel like that's how everybody should be. You should not be comparing yourself to somebody who's in a different season of their life, because, you know, they've been through a lot. You don't know what they've been through, and I don't feel like anybody around my age or older is trying to compete with anybody younger. There's clear definitions of things that we have been through versus what you have been through, because we've been on the planet for a little longer. Just like my mom, like, I know there's things that she's experienced mentally, physically, emotionally that I have yet to experience, you know what I mean, especially as a woman. So I just felt like this topic was needed, and I do get some comments here and there, you know, in my comment section that I don't approve, of course, but you know, stuff like, oh, you know, maybe that outfit is too short or this and that. And it's like, I feel like to people who have time to tell somebody how to dress or tell somebody what they feel like they need to be doing in their life, I feel like you should take that time that you sat there and thought about writing a sentence or even talking about somebody else. I feel like you should take that and just like really pour it into yourself and see where you need to improve in your life, you know, because I didn't ask for your comments. And most of the time, not that I have to explain, I'm in my house. So whether my skirt is really short or I have on a crop top that doesn't sit well with you, maybe because you can't wear it or you don't have the confidence to wear it, that's not my problem. I feel like at this age, 40 years old and up, I'm gonna continue to do whatever makes me happy, and I hope that everybody watching this channel can continue to do what makes them happy. And if I offend or say something that bothers you, whether that be religion or what I'm wearing or how I choose to take care of my body, then you don't need to be on this channel. Okay, so I just have to say that PSA, because it's very unnerving for me when people go around and try to tell you what you need to be doing for your kids, what you need to be doing for your body, how you shouldn't just be vegan, how you shouldn't eat meat. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't eat land animals does not mean I'm gonna go around and tell somebody else, do not eat land animals. I just try to make sure that the people that I know that are eating certain things that aren't healthy, I do mention maybe go this route with the meat, or maybe go this route if they ask me a question. But if it's not asked, I don't think you should just be giving your unsolicited advice. And that goes back to what I was saying, like, there is no competition for somebody who is of a certain age. Whether you're 20, you're not competing with a 15-year-old. When you're 40, you're not competing with a 20-year-old. When you're 60, you're not competing with a 40-year-old. We're just at different spectrums in our life, and that's okay. And the only person you need to compete with is yourself. So the main thing I want to talk about today, or continue to talk about, is just really believing in who you are and standing in your truth, and not allowing other people to make you sway how you feel, or sway who you are, or make you change who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Live unapologetically for yourself, and stop worrying about outside forces and what, you know, if you do that, if you continue to do that, to worry about what people think. And hello, can you not smell right there? Don't pee there. It's so annoying. Anyway, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, continue to live in your truth. Don't allow what other people want you to do or how they think you should be living. Because most of the time, honestly, most of the time, the people that always have a lot to say about you are really sad. They don't know where to begin. You know, I have this thing I say to myself, like, your light irritates their demons. Sometimes people see you living in your truth and they're not happy. Something within them, they're sad. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know what you've done to get to this point. So to lift yourself up, to continue to believe that there's a better tomorrow. They don't know how you got to this point. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to get my mind to the point where I wake up and I feel peace. I was writing in my journal this rising, and I was just like, you know, I feel at peace. And I can't remember the last time I could say that. And I say it a lot in these videos because this is my era of peace. I called it in for myself all throughout my 30s. I was like, when I hit my 40, that's going to be my peaceful era. And I worked hard on myself to get to this place, to balance my mind to where it is. And like I keep telling you, because the outside does not look like what you want it to look like, when you have peace within yourself, within your body, within your soul, it radiates from the inside out. So onlookers sometimes get offended by that. Like, oh, you think you're all that. Oh, you're selfish. I'm happy to be in my selfish era. I'm so happy to be in the era where I choose myself, and I will never stop choosing myself. Choosing myself is honoring God. You know what I mean? I'm not looking at what this one has going on or that one has going on. And people who continuously focusing on somebody else's life, something ain't right. Something is not right within them. And then they start to resent you for that, just for having a light around you. I'm not dimming my light for anybody, and I suggest if you're looking at this channel, don't dim your light for anybody else either. Finding a sense of peace in your mind helps you get through so many things in life. It gets you through so many situations. Every day is not perfect. For me, it's not. I have my days when I'm in reflection, and I might tear up. I don't cry as much as I used to, because I know how to transmute my energy. Sometimes it's dancing, sometimes it's me journaling, sometimes it's just me getting out in a creative way, like drawing, coloring, things like that. Even singing. You know, sometimes you just have to get that energy that's stuck within you out of you. I saying? Yeah, so I sometimes think of other things while I'm talking. But sometimes you have to get that energy out of you. But when you do have that peace, you're able to know the things I just mentioned, to dance a little bit, to sing a little bit, to laugh a little bit, watch something that brings you joy. If you get happy by going out, treating yourself to going to the bar, or treating yourself by doing something that you always wanted to do, or do something that makes you happy. I'm tired of the back and forth between women, because honestly there's a lot going on in the world right now. The U.S. is in a crazy state. I don't know if people are actually paying attention to what's going on, and I'm not gonna bring it on this channel because that's not what this channel is about. But I'll just say, find some type of peace within yourself. Stop looking for outside validation. Stop looking for a woman or a man or your family members or friends to give you the feeling that you're supposed to be trying to give yourself. I won't tell you how to get there, honestly, and I know I've been on this journey since I was a little girl. I was always very observant of everything that was going on around me, and I always used to ask God for happiness. Such a strange thing to ask for when you're like 7 or 8, but I always thought, like, if I get this, then I'm gonna be happy. If I get this, then I'm gonna be happy. But that doesn't help. Like, outside things don't help, because you'll attain it and you'll still not be happy. So as I got older, I started to realize that I have to deal with things on the inside that was bothering me, like, abandonment. I always understood that, like, my father wasn't in my life, so I always understood that had he been in my life could have went in a whole different direction, and my life could have been totally different. I could have been a different person, because everybody that's in your life, I believe, affects you in some sort of way. It helps create your story. So I was always grateful that he wasn't in and out, and I was always grateful that he wasn't around, because that's what I knew. I just knew me and my mom. But I do know that it affected me in a way where abandonment was a big issue for me, because I don't know, I would just, once I hear you talking about me for like probably 2 times, I cut you off. Like, not in a mean way, I just kind of like, back away, and I'm still the same way. And I feel like that was just to protect myself, And as I grew older, I realized that that's the key component in why I am very much to myself. I like solitude and stuff like that, because I always felt like people disappoint you in the end. Not everybody, but they don't come in your life initially. I don't think they come in your life saying like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna use her for a season and then leave. I just think sometimes people, they say they want a certain person in their lives, and they get that, they ask God for it, they get it, and they don't know what to do with it. So for me, now that I'm much older, I've learned that some people come for seasons, and you take a lesson out of it and you move on. But I'm just sharing this to state that don't think things are happening to you all the time. Sometimes they're happening for you to learn something. And it might not hit you until years later, because now that I'm 40, I'm reflecting on things that happened to me in my 20s and when I was in my teens and even my 20s, and I'm realizing the lessons in those moments. You know what I mean? Like, like I was saying in my post, sometimes I look at my pictures and while y'all just see me smiling and stuff like that, it was a lot more behind the story of what I was actually going through in those pictures. And sorry, there's a lot of bugs out here. Sometimes I'm reflecting and I'm like, okay, I understand why that happened now. But while you're sitting in it, like I'm sitting in something right now, while I'm sitting in this situation right now, it's not that I don't understand it, because now I feel like I'm balanced. I understand the spiritual side of myself and I understand my human side. And so I go back and forth with the things that I want, and also recognizing that God is in control. So it doesn't matter what I feel like I need at this moment in my life, because I've released it and gave it to God. So I have to just wait for God to respond and give me what is mine. So my phone had cut out because it's claiming that the storage is full. It's starting to get hot out here again. So I just want to finish and then go back in. But anyway, yeah, I was just saying that I was waiting for God to give me what is mine, and I'm waiting patiently, because not everything you want comes quick. I don't mind being a turtle. In the situation of the turtle and the hare, where the hare gets everything it wants right away, or it wins the race, I've always been a person that is somebody who is going to gain her things, I recognize, later in life. And I guess you would call me a, what do they call that? A person who blooms later in life. Call it that. I hope everyone can get something from this conversation, because it's getting really, really hot. And I just don't want to be outside anymore. I'm going to go ahead and take everything in. You guys have a beautiful day. If you have anything you want to ask me, leave in the comment box down below. And if you would like to support me, the links are down below. If you want to buy anything from my Amazon store or my journals, they're there for you to get. Okay, have a beautiful day, have a beautiful night, and we'll talk again later.